Heads up. Hey, everybody. We're live on YouTube, live on Facebook. We have two great guests tonight. We're waiting for one more. We're going to give her a couple more minutes to see if she shows up. In the short term, I have live scoring tonight. We're going to meet our guests in the second round, but we have Lakia Lee, who we're waiting on, Moxy Ann, and Ruben J from the You're My Best Friend podcast. Typically, we like to meet everybody in the second round, but we're going to kill a couple minutes to give Lakia some time to get here. Welcome to the show. We'll do our plugs and stuff, but I just want to welcome Moxy Ann and Ruben J to the show right now.
Thank you so much. It's so great to be here. I'm excited and nervous all at the same time.
We were just backstage sharing chicken enchilada lasagna recipe. So if anybody wants to know what I had for dinner, I'll be sure to share that.
You can't. Mox's gonna be making that for us here soon. Hopefully on the podcast, we can try it out and let everyone know if we liked it or not. So we'll definitely keep it posted.
Yeah, about my wife and I have been married 15 years. So about 2 to 3 years before that, I had a skate shop and a skate park. I manufactured skateboards and everything. And
oh wow,
when I think she really liked me because she would bring food down for the kids and like feed all these kids that were hanging out skateboarding. And she made this recipe the first time I ever had it. And she did it with cheese and sour cream and it was legit beans and everything. And that was the first time I ever heard of anything like a chicken enchilada lasagna. But then the Food Network came along and kind of made that a thing. I don't know why, but it became a thing.
I think my people call that an enchilada casserole, I believe.
I'm half Italian, Sicilian.
Hey, me too.
Hey.
I'm half Sicilian, half Napolitano, so there's some issues in my family.
I'm Castilian, Spanish, Sicilian, and I think a little bit of French, a little bit of German.
Okay.
We got all the world wars in there.
Yeah.
I'm just Mexican. Nothing special with me.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Lakia, if you're listening or you catch up to this later, we'll reschedule. We'll get you on the show in a future episode. But we're going to battle tonight.
Oh, nice.
We're going to see how much best friends are our best friends from the You're My Best Friends podcast. We're going to go head to head. One of the things I like to do before, if anybody has a drink, it's just ice water. I like the nice little thumbnail. We do a little toast if you'd like. See, everybody has water. I love it. Hey.
I got Diet Snapple, so
Diet Snapple. There.
In here, it's gonna be fun here in a little bit.
Well, welcome to the show. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight. I promise you. You'll go through the hot seat. It'll be stressful, but we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Cheers.
And this is where I switch into my game show host voice.
Oh, this isn't the game show host voice?
No, we haven't started yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let me take this one down. We'll make us a little bit bigger there tonight. There we go. And let me edit that real quick. Like I said, Lakia, if you're watching, we'll get you back on another episode. I tried to reach out to you, but we'll have you back. Not sure if it worked out tonight for you. All right, here we go. Everybody ready?
Ready? Here we go.
This is my secondary sip. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Stuff I Never Knew Trivia Game Show podcast. I'm Jeff. I'm your host tonight. I've got two great guests. They're claiming to be best friends. They're from the You're My Best Friends podcast, Moxy Ann and Ruben J, but we're going to meet them in the second round. As you know, we like to get started, and we get right into it. So my order tonight is going to be Moxy Ann is up first and Ruben J up second. And the way we're going to play this first round is I have a list of Oreo cookie flavors. What I want you to do is tell me, is that flavor a real flavor or a fake one that I made up? And so it's a 50-50 chance. Moxy Ann, you are first.
All right.
Your first flavor, green tea Oreo cookies. Did they make a green tea Oreo cookie?
I'm going to go with yes, that's real.
Yes, it is real. They made it and they introduced it in China and Japan. over to Ruben J. Peanut butter pretzel Oreos.
That sounds absolutely delicious. So I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But when you think of the logistics of it, I don't think it's practical. That is a fake.
What?
A fake one. I made that up. We should campaign for Oreo to make those.
This is not good that the fat guy got one wrong already.
Well, wait till you don't count the host out. I usually make a mistake or two. So hold on a second. All right, back to Moxy Ann. Blue raspberry ice cream flavored Oreos.
That maybe I don't think that's real. That just sounds too out there.
Too out there. It's too bad because if you went to Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, or Thailand, you could have had blue raspberry ice cream flavored Oreos.
Oh my gosh.
Sticking with the fruit, Ruben J. Fruit punch flavored Oreo cookies.
I'm testing to see if there's a pattern here as far as your answers go. So I'm going to go with no.
No. In 2014, they were vanilla cookies with fruit punch cream. They are real flavors. Real flavors. All right, here we go. Back to Moxy Ann. Chips Ahoy and Oreo mashup. It's a chocolate chip cookie with Oreo cream.
I think I'm scared, but I'm gonna answer that that's real.
That is one that I totally made up, but it would be amazing.
Oh my gosh!
Aren't they the same company? Aren't they both?
I think so. I don't know why they haven't done that.
That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
But I went to the Wikipedia page of all the Oreo flavors, so it may not be accurate. Wait, no Googling. Here we go. All right, back to Ruben J. Root beer float flavored Oreo cookies.
Absolutely.
You are correct. They were 2 golden Oreos with the root beer flavored cream, and we're tied 1-1, and you each have one more left.
All right.
Back to Moxy Ann. Peanut butter and jelly Oreos.
These are really hard. Yes, real.
Real is correct. In 2017, they were the golden Oreo with a peanut butter and jelly cream. And the last one to Ruben J. Cinnamon Toast Crunch Oreos. Another mashup. Did they make a Cinnamon Toast Crunch Oreo?
I have to be careful. Do I have a time limit on this? Can I phone a friend? Do I have any sort of resources here to make sure?
No, phone a friend. You can flip a coin. Heads is a real one. Tails is a fake flavor.
I am going to say logistically, it's a fake flavor.
Logistically, correct. We are tied.
Oh,
we are tied 2-2. Let's go over to that live scoreboard here. I'm going to give Moxy Ann 2 points. Ruben J 2 points. We have, look at that, automatically tallying in the end there.
This is not looking good for our friendship.
It looks like this only proves that you're best of friends because you know the same about everything. Who else would score the same but your best friend?
That's true.
Oh, God.
So you sat through the first round. That was a lot of fun. In the second round, before we even get started, we get to meet both our guests. I turn the whole show over to you. It's Moxy Ann and Ruben J from the You're My Best Friends podcast. Tell us, officially now, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks
for having us, man. This has been fun so far. I'm really excited to beat Moxy in this game and prove that I'm the dominant friend.
Confidence and trash talking is the best strategy on the show. Well, tell me a little bit about the show. How'd you get started, and how far along are you?
Well, let me just say this. Contrary to the title of the podcast, and contrary to popular belief, Moxy's not my best friend. Moxy,
but Ruben is my best friend.
It's a really weird dynamic here, and this is exactly how the show got started. So, Moxy, why don't you tell them how the show got started? Look at me taking over the host. I apologize.
Great job.
This is your time. This is your time.
So the podcast started about a year and a half ago now. We're well into season 4. And it started because we just continued to fight about whether you could have more than one best friend. And I believe you can. And Ruben believes that you can't. Yeah. So we decided that we would have a podcast and have guests on the show and ask them about their lives and their creative projects and what they're doing, and really cool people with cool stories. But we always ask them, can you have more than one best friend?
And so far I've been losing terribly. But this last season 4, I've finally been able to redeem myself. I think I'm starting to catch up. So
I don't think so.
We'll see what happens here. So far, I think so.
So do you have a guest and you try to convince them of your argument one way or another? Is that part of it?
It's kind of just like a poll of opinions. So we'll ask them about, like, we've had a lot of authors on the show this season. So we'll ask them like about their book, and we ask them about their favorite taco and like about their life story. And then we take their opinion. And eventually I think I'm going to make a poll of all of the different opinions and just give it to Ruben as like a factual evidence that
I mean, it'll just show you how many people are just wrong about this opinion. But yeah, basically, we have guests on. Show drops every Monday. It comes out at midnight going into Monday, but we like to say 10 a.m. is when it will be available on all the platforms and when we start promoting it. So go head over to the what's our website? Life Friendship. What is it?
LifeFriendshipTacos.com.
Yes, and our link tree is linktr.ee/best friend podcast, where you can find all of our links and you can follow us and join the weirdness.
That sounds really good. I was watching some episodes and I was so blown away by your background, your backdrops. I thought they were green screen. I'm like, that's really weird that they would green screen a whole studio. But you are really in a studio while you're hosting the show, right now, and it was pretty amazing to see what I saw, and I really enjoyed what I saw as well. But I have to say, I grew up punk rock. I grew up skateboarding. I now play disc golf. I do digital marketing. I have 4 different lifestyles almost that I live in. I have friends in each one of those groups. So I think best friends are like Swiss Army knives. You have different utilities for different things. And none of those 4 groups I never go play disc golf with digital marketers. That does not happen. Uh-oh. Ruben's out.
Ruben J has left the chat.
Oh man.
So I don't know if it's not official. It doesn't count. I'm just a bystander offering an opinion. I don't want to skew your statistics. But I'm very glad to have you. I'll have all those links in the show notes. We have nice little bios written up for you as well. We'll link to the show, and so everybody can find you from the show notes.
Awesome.
Which brings me to the question. Are you ready for the hot seat?
Well, it's 110 degrees out here in California. I think we're in the hot seat already.
Yeah, I was going to say my AC broke 2 days ago. So I'm...
Well, you may be sweating after this round, mentally, physically, and everything. I make your brain sweat. We're going to keep the order the same. There's no clear-cut winner after the first round. So Moxy Ann's going to go first. Ruben J is going to go second. Okay. I have 3 questions from 3 different categories. You'll each get a question from the same category. We have tri-bonds, liquor, condiments, cats, and sports. So the tri-bond is I give you 3 words, and those 3 words tie together for one other word. So, for example, if I say car, tree, and elephant, all 3 of those things have a
trunk.
There you go. That's a tri-bond. 3 words connect to another word.
We just for the point, like
that was just a sample one. That doesn't count. No points on that one.
She was homeschooled. She can do this better.
So we had 3 guests scheduled when I wrote the questions, but the second question is liquor, condiments, cats. You're either going to get a question about liquor, about condiments, or about cats. I won't tell you which one you're getting. And then finally a sports question. Moxy Ann, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your tri-bond question. Oh, and After all three of those questions are done, you'll each get a name 5 bonus question, which is something very simple, like name 5 spices in your spice cabinet. But you only have 10 seconds to tell me 5 things in your spice cabinet. So we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let me set up my timer.
Is the hot seat timed?
Only the name 5 has 10 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Moxy Ann, your Tribon question. What ties these 3 words together? French, Russian, Thousand Island.
Oh.
That is a really difficult question. French, Russian, Thousand Island. Oh, salad dressings.
They are salad dressings, correct. I warned you, the hot seat is way more difficult than you think it is.
Yep.
Your liquor condiment cat question. What is the main liquor in a daiquiri?
Is it... This is a bad question for me.
You love daiquiris.
I do, but I don't know what's in them.
Would you like to, I'll tell you, we'll do a special round because I have an extra question. Would you like to defer to either condiment or cat?
Can we? Maybe no, I can do this. I got this. I believe in myself. I'm confident and strong, and I think that daiquiris are made with tequila.
Tequila is incorrect. It's rum. Rum is the main liquor. And your sports question. What sport invented in sunny Santa Monica in the 1920s finally made its Olympic debut in 1996?
Let's go with this is even worse than the alcohol question. Let's see. Let's do invented in Santa Monica. Something.
I was gonna say, FY. This is usually when we hear the keywords on our podcast. Is whenever she starts searching things, whenever she doesn't know.
My hands are up. I'm not doing anything. I would say curling, because I think that's a relatively recent sport.
Sure.
Maybe?
Sunny California. They played a game on ice with 50-pound stones. That's not correct. It's beach volleyball. Beach volleyball.
I need this video clip for our show.
I warn people. You will not believe what happens when you're in the hot seat. It's the best part of the show. Unfortunately, each of you have to sit in the hot seat.
All right.
So, Moxy Ann, your 5-point bonus question. You're gonna get a category, and I'll give you 10 seconds. You'll have to give me 5 things that fit in that category. Name 5 games you can play in your backyard and go.
Tag, hide and seek, Monopoly, Jenga, and bocce ball. And
at the buzzer, all 5 of those are games you can theoretically play all 5 of those in your backyard.
Is there a list?
No, there's no right or wrong answers. It's just
okay,
can you
cool.
do it?
A really big backyard. That's why she was able to play tag and hide.
Yeah, tag and Jenga. Imagine all the parents that get upset when the kids run into the Jenga board.
Yeah, really. They're simultaneous all at once.
All right, let's go over to that scoreboard. See how you did after the second round. Round 2 is in the books for Moxy Ann. You took 1 in the first one, and you took all 5. It puts you at 8 points.
Jesus.
Yay!
We're going to go over to Ruben J., who can get a total of 10 points here should he run the board. Are you ready for the hot seat?
No.
No.
Need some tequila.
All right. Your Tribon question. What ties these 3 words together? Palm, pine, oak?
Trees.
They're all types of trees, correct? Would you prefer a condiment or a cat question? I'll extend the same opportunity to you.
Let's go condiment.
Condiment. What is the Colonel's name in the board game Clue? Colonel who?
Oh.
How is that a condiment question?
Well, when you know the answer, you'd say, oh, yeah. Moxy Ann's agreeing.
Oh, yeah.
I've never played the game Clue. I have no idea.
I haven't either, but I know this.
I'm going to go mustard just because I...
Oh, Moxy Ann is so disappointed that you came through. It is Colonel Mustard. You got it.
Really?
That's not even fair.
Yeah. You could have went Colonel Ketchup. That could have worked as well.
I was torn between Colonel Mustard and Colonel Spicy Mayo.
What's the they keep mixing like different flavors, like mayo chip or
oh yeah.
All right, here we go. Your sports question. You're not going to believe this one. And one of the jokes on the show is I don't write the questions to anybody particular. I just write questions, and it's funny how things work out. Ruben J, what Olympic sport requires players to slide stones at houses?
Wait, can you repeat the question? You cut out there at the end.
Sure. Ruben J, what Winter Olympic sport requires players to slide stones at houses?
To slide stones at houses?
That's what it said on the thing that I wrote.
I'm not an Olympic sports guy. I have no idea. Part of me wants to say curling.
Is that your final answer?
I'm torn between that and beach volleyball, but I'm not really sure. So I'm going to go with my final answer being curling.
It is curling. Curling is correct.
I'm just disgusted with Ruben right now.
Am I having a perfect round so far?
So far, a sweep.
Oh, jeez, pressure's on.
So here we go. We're going to have your 5-point bonus question. This might be difficult if you're in sunny California. I don't know how much of this you consume. I'm going to read the category, and you'll have 10 seconds when I'm done. Name 5 types of soup, and go.
Broccoli cheddar, clam chowder, chicken, tomato.
And time. You got 4. You may have jinxed yourself on the perfect round. You did say crap. I can't count that one as.
That is an actual soup, though.
Is there a crap soup?
Well, I don't want to go into it. I don't know how family friendly the show is.
Oh, we can't swear. Google. Well, I did type crap soup, and Google suggested that I mean crab.
That's what I said. I said crap.
We'll have to go back to the audio, and we will in the historical archives. I will correct that for you. So right now we have a 1-point game, and now it really gets head to head, because what happens in the final round is I'm going to read you a very vague question, and then I'm going to start to give you 3 clues. So if you can buzz in by saying your name, Moxy Ann or Ruben J, that buzzes you in, locks out your opponent. You can answer on the first clue for 3 points, the second clue for 2 points, and the third clue for 1 point. If you're right, great. You get the 3, 2, or 1 points. But if you're wrong, you will lose that point value. Now, there's 30 points available in this round. And honestly, on average, by the time we're done, there's only about 6 points scored. So it's a little bit more difficult. There's a lot of jockeying back and forth in position, and it's a lot of fun, but it's pretty intense. So whenever you know the answer, just buzz in by saying I usually say first name, but everybody has 2 names tonight, Moxy Ann or Ruben J. Just buzz in, say your name. That'll lock out your opponent, and you can answer right or wrong. And you can buzz in multiple times, but you will lose multiple points. So I don't stop you from, if your ship's going to go down in fire and flames, I welcome it. It makes a great show. Are you ready?
No.
Ready.
We'll start pretty easy. We're looking for a decade in the 20th century. Which decade of the 20th century? So you got 1 of 10 answers here. The film One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest premiered. If you know the answer, just buzz in with your name. Your second clue for 2 points. The rock band Van Halen was formed.
Moxy Ann.
Moxy Ann.
1980s.
1980s is incorrect. That'll cost you 2 points. You can buzz in again, or I can go to the next clue.
Can I buzz in again?
Yeah, oh yeah.
1970s.
Moxy, you gotta say your name.
Moxy Ann.
Moxy Ann.
1970s.
1970s is correct. That'll negate the negative 2 points. You're back to 0. And that's how that works. Okay, so there were 3 points available. We scored 0. Okay.
Quick question: say I would have won that round and she would have lost points, does that take away from her total?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now I know.
Yeah, you would have 2, positive 2, and she would have negative 2. It'd be a 4-point swing right there. All right, we'll stay with the decade questions. We'll do one more. Looking for another decade in the 20th century. In this decade, Gone with the Wind premiered. Pretty heavy on the movie clues tonight.
Yeah.
And if that wasn't exciting enough, your 2-point clue, the airship, the Hindenburg, exploded. And
No.
For 1 point, World War II began.
Ruben J.
Ruben J. What's that?
The 30s?
The 30s is correct for 1 point.
I knew it. I just didn't want to risk losing points.
Let's go. We'll just so you can see how it looks here. Moxy J had lost 2, but then gained 2, so she's neutral. And you gained 1 more point, so now you have a 2-point lead. That's it. Out of 6 points available, only 1 is scored. So you can see how, even though there's 30 points available, it's hard to get those 30 points.
Yeah.
Can I just point out that he just married us, by the way?
What happened?
You called her Moxy J.
Well, I'm from Pittsburgh. A lot of times we can take a whole sentence and make it 1 word. It's kind of our specialty.
I love it.
Sorry about that.
We do that in California, but the word is always dude.
All right. I'm looking for a motorcycle manufacturer.
Oh, geez.
It was one of 2 major American motorcycle manufacturers to survive the Great Depression.
I'm not touching this.
Moxy Ann lit up on that. I was just, All right. For 2 points, it was founded in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Some deep breaths on that one.
I think I know, but I don't want to.
Well,
I don't want to put the cards.
He's protecting the lead. The defensive strategy here. All right. Your third clue for 1 point. It survived years of poor quality control and competition from Japanese manufacturers.
Ruben J.
Ruben J.
Is it Harley Davidson?
It is Harley Davidson for 1 more point.
I knew it the whole time. I'm too afraid to lose the points.
Sticking with transportation, I have a tire manufacturer. I'm looking for a tire manufacturer. Its mascot is called Bibendum. Bibendum. It could be Bibendum. Bibendum. Don't ask a guy from Pittsburgh to pronounce it. Yes, if I can't say it, nobody's going to know it. Your second clue It is one of the 2 largest tire manufacturers, along with Bridgestone. Dun, dun, dun.
I feel like I know what it is, but I can't place a name. I can see it in my head, but I can't.
I'm wondering if it's the one that I'm thinking of, but again, I don't want to.
Uh-oh.
This is a very.
You're right. You're gonna ride that lead to the final. Here
Yep.
we go.
People are probably listening, being like, "Dude, I just say it, say an answer. Like, stop being such a wuss." But I'm a wuss.
Your third clue. Your third clue. It is famous for its restaurant awards.
Oh, Ruben J.
Ruben J.
Michelin.
Well, you had me on the edge of my seat. There's suspense was there. Michelin is correct. That'll give you 2 more points. That'll put you at 3 total. We got 4-point lead over Moxy Ann, but we still have 6. We have 18 points remaining. I'm looking for a famous aircraft. A famous aircraft. It was named after the pilot's mother. It was named after the pilot's mother.
Is it a type of aircraft or an actual famous, like,
It's
specific
a famous
plane?
aircraft. I'm looking for a famous aircraft.
Okay.
That's the kind of hints I can give you.
Okay.
Stop trying to cheat, homeschooler.
I'm not trying to cheat.
All right, your second clue. It was a Boeing B-29 Super Fortress.
Nope. Don't like that.
Don't like that one. All right. It was the first plane to drop an atomic bomb as a weapon of war.
Yeah, I literally got nothing.
Nothing?
I don't know.
All right. The answer is the Enola Gay. The Enola Gay.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that one at all.
Never.
I don't know.
You're allowed to boo me if you don't know the. That's okay too. Like people.
I wish I had the blue button on my
I
my
get
road.
show notes from my wife, and it's like, why'd you do that one? All right, let's start over. Here we go. Which famous building? I'm looking for a famous building. It is the most famous creation by Danish architect Jorn Utzon.
Jorn Utzon.
Jorn Utzon. Dun, dun, dun. Our second clue. It was made a UNESCO, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2007. Dun, dun, dun. I don't even know what UNESCO means, so if you don't know that one, that's okay. Our third clue. It is one of the most famous performing arts centers in the world.
I might be shooting myself in the foot, but Moxy Ann.
Moxy Ann.
Sydney Opera House?
Is it the Sydney Opera House? Is correct.
Wow.
Correct.
Yes. I just figured relatively new building and UNESCO World Heritage Site.
What is UNESCO? I should have looked it up before I.
UNESCO is the distinction of basically like declaring something. I forget what UNESCO stands for, but it's like declaring something national monument or something like that.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's
a way
official.
of preserving.
It's official. All right, here we go. We're starting. We're going to go into a famous European explorer.
All right.
Famous European explorer. Which
As
famous?
opposed to the sorry. As opposed to the not famous ones. Yeah.
Well, let's see. Which famous European explorer? He co-developed the aqua lung. He co-developed the aqua lung. He's really hiding his face. Oh no! Quick, he lost his earbuds. I'll give you all the answers.
That deal, that $50 deal we talked about earlier, is that still on the table?
That expires once the show goes live.
Oh, you didn't tell me.
We'll fill you in on that one, Moxy, and don't worry.
Oh, good.
What else would best friends do? They would cheat. All right, our second clue.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
We're looking for a famous explorer, European explorer, no doubt. He co-developed the Aqualung. And you're going to let me stutter through this award. He won the Palme d'Or for his film The Silent World. Must be the Palme d'Or award for The Silent World. Was that a Moxy Ann?
Moxy Ann?
Moxy Ann.
Jacques Cousteau?
Jacques Cousteau is correct. Look who is mounting a comeback here.
Yay!
We have one, and I owe you 2 more points. Look at that. It's 10-12. And it's a 2-point game with 3 questions remaining.
Yikes.
Yikes. I'm looking for a popular television series. Which popular television series? The first episode of this HBO series was directed by Martin Scorsese or Scorsese. Dun, dun, dun.
Da, da.
Nothing. All right, our second clue. It was set in Prohibition era Atlantic City.
Oh.
Ooh.
Atlantic City.
I'm not really familiar with HBO shows, so the one I thought it was isn't it anymore.
No, our last clue for 1 point. It was based on a historical criminal kingpin named Enoch L. Johnson. Atlantic City clue was probably your best shot at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's a show called Boardwalk Empire.
I've never even heard of that. I originally was thinking Sopranos when you said HBO show.
All right, we got 2 left. We're looking for a famous American rock star.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right. He formed a band popular for its powerful ballads, soaring guitar riffs, and well-crafted melodies. It's not going to give you much on that one.
Yeah, that really narrows it down.
Almost every single band ever, but
all right. The second clue for 2 points. He idolizes Bruce Springsteen.
Oh.
So we've eliminated one person if you're making one of those little matrix things.
Yeah.
He idolizes Bruce Springsteen. All right. Sticking with the Jersey theme, he is New Jersey's favorite son.
Ruben J.
J.
John Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi is correct. Correct. Oh no. But it's not over yet. That gives 3-point lead to Ruben J. There's 1 question remaining. Moxy Ann has to get it on the first clue. I'm looking for a famous athlete.
Oh, good.
All right. Famous athlete. Your first clue, 3 points. This will force a tiebreaker round, which I have not prepared questions for, but we'll figure that out when we cross that bridge. Which famous athlete? He was rated the greatest NBA point guard of all time by ESPN in 2007.
So this is my worst nightmare.
Golf, right?
Yeah, yes. Point guard. There's people who block the putts. That's it.
Favorite position?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my worst nightmare. Nope.
Well, Moxy, I won't go to the second clue. I'll let you either you have to guess or you're going to hand Ruben J the win.
I know. No.
Yes.
So Ruben J.
Can I?
He can sit there and do nothing, and he wins.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Y'all are watching the live stream.
Ruben's is going to kick back.
Let me put up my Snapple here and.
Which famous athlete he was rated the greatest NBA point guard of all time by ESPN in 2007?
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yes, but only Jay can answer it.
Okay. What's a point guard?
Hold on, let me Google that one. Well, I want to help you. I want to go to the tiebreaker.
But I mean, I feel like if you Google the word point guard, you'll probably get the answer, Ruben J.
No names. I typed in what is a point guard. So
okay.
Sorry.
The backcourt player who directs the team's offense. I'm more clueless than I was before we started this.
Yeah. That helps.
Wait, what's the score right now?
Ruben J has 13. Moxy Ann has 10. If Ruben J buzzes in and misses it, that'll tie the game. If Moxy Ann would just please give us an answer, she could tie the game.
The only
back. I'm gonna Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Incorrect. That'll cost you 3 points. And now we are tied 10 to 10.
Oh my gosh, Ruben!
I just mercy killed myself right now.
Like, what did you do? That's what friends do. Let's see.
Wow.
He won your second clue for 2 points. Now it's anybody's game. Now it's down to the last two clues. Somebody could walk away with the W. He won 3 NBA MVP awards and 5 NBA championships.
The only other basketball player I know is Shaq.
You could be in trouble.
Yeah.
Is that your answer?
No.
All right, our third clue tonight. He is also known for campaigning for HIV and AIDS prevention.
Oh.
For the win.
For the win.
Or the tie, and we'll go to a final sudden death final round.
I know the answer now, though.
You do? Do it.
No, I'm scared to lose.
If you're wrong, you'll lose a point. All right, I'm gonna put 3 seconds on the clock. That'll end the official regulation time. 3, 2, 1.
J. Magic Johnson.
Irvin Magic Johnson is correct. Correct. That'll give you the 1 point. You lost 3, right? And then, oh, wait a second. Yeah. There's 1 there, and then you got 1 more. I'll figure this out. You had 2 total there. That's you win by 1 point. Something like I didn't have that up. So it was funnier when I was doing it. You had 13, you lost 3, and then you got 1 back. Ruben J is going to walk away with the W, almost like 5 NBA championships and 3 NBA MVPs. You're on the same league as Irvin Magic Johnson. Congratulations. Well played. And as you can tell, I joked, even though there was 30 points available in that round, only 4 were actually scored. That's how tough it can get. So.
Well, I will say this. I'm really excited that I won this. The $1 million that you're writing, the check that you're writing for winning this, is going to go to help so many people in my life. Thank you, Jeff, for allowing us to play for that money.
That's only that's only if you would have pre-purchased the answers for $50. Is that you're not eligible? I'm sorry.
My lawyer's going to be in contact.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, really, if you sued the show for all the assets that it had, you would have tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars more than I have now.
Yeah. It would have been cheaper to not buy the answers and lose $1 million than I don't know where I was going with that. But congratulations, Ruben J. Moxy Ann, very well played game. 1 point difference between first and second, between winner and loser.
Can I just say I still think the point difference should not be a 1 point difference because I mercy killed myself and allowed her a chance to possibly tie the game, or actually even possibly win the game. So while I appreciate the 1 point, I think it really should be a 4 point difference.
Well, I mean, if Moxy wants to give you 4 points for the historical archive, we can certainly adjust that.
Can slaps count as points? Because I'll give you that.
So wait. So for each slap Moxy Ann gives to Ruben J is worth 1 point?
Yeah.
Okay. Moxy Ann's like, I like that idea. Yeah. Well, once again, I want to thank my guests for being on the show from the You're My Best Friends podcast. This is where I completely shut down and I hand the whole show over to you. Anything you want to promote, plug, talk about, even social issues. The floor is yours. Anything you want, it's yours. Go ahead.
The social issue that I want to promote here today is a very important one to me and many people across the nation. I am here to officially throw my support behind a very important topic right now, and that is to rename the Staples Center to the Kobe Bryant Center.
Wow, that was more legit than I thought it was going to be. I mean, still not legit, but
I was going to endorse a presidential candidate, but I'm not sure if that's appropriate right now.
It is the only arena with a tagline, isn't the Staples Center, comma, the house that Kobe built? Isn't that the official name?
Pretty much, yeah. I don't know if it's the official name, but I think it's the more recognized name. But Jeff, if you don't mind, can we flip the switch on you real quick?
Uh-oh.
Last time Moxy and I did a podcast together that wasn't ours, we flipped the switch on that host as well, and we decided to give the listeners of your podcast a little taste of our podcast. So, Moxy Ann, I think it's time for us to ask signature question number 1 of our podcast.
All right.
Oh, dear.
Are you ready, Jeff?
I'll let the historical record show. I have no idea what's about to happen.
That's okay. The first one's the easiest.
I hope it's do I like tacos?
Close.
Well, it's close. It's very close.
Okay.
All right.
I think
Jeff,
you may have tipped me off on that. I'm sorry.
What is your favorite taco?
Oh, I don't know. I keep watching all these LA taco trucks, and I need to get to LA and have. I started making a Pittsburgh version of Al Pastor tacos. Ooh. So I've been roasting pork with the pineapple juice, the orange juice, the limes, and so I've been roasting pork. I do like a good greasy, like as best as I can get to Al Pastor. That's my favorite taco.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Moxy Ann, signature question, numero dos, por favor.
If you haven't picked this up yet, the signature questions are the only time I get to talk on our show. Okay. This is the hardest one, probably. So if you need a second to think about it, that's okay, because most people do.
Oh, boy.
If you had a life quote, a saying or a mantra or a song lyric or a verse or anything, what would it be?
It's funny. People make fun of me for this, but when it came time to starting a show, from getting I didn't ever like the sound of my voice. I never liked seeing myself on camera. But until I realized this saying, it wasn't until I was free to create, and it's no one cares. And and it's not a negative. It's a very liberating, because if you're stuck in a creative process, like I don't want people to hear my voice. I don't want to see myself on camera. My chin's like I'm old now. Like I don't look like I did as a kid, and that would stop me from recording and publishing and producing. Mm-hmm. But people aren't thinking about me. They're not thinking about the things that I'm hung up on. They have bills and they have kids, and they're just trying to get to soccer practice and cook dinner. They just want half an hour of entertainment. They don't care. So no one cares has got to be my tagline, which is funny you've asked. but it's the most positive and the most liberating thing if you want to get yourself out there and create. Literally, no one cares. You're trading entertainment for a half an hour to take them away from some of the things they have to do. They don't care if I have a little bit of a speech impediment or if I'm from Pittsburgh and I make one sentence, one word. So no one cares. That's what I'd go with.
That's awesome. I love that.
You love that. That one should go on our quote wall.
Oh, I made it.
And then, of course, signature question numero tres.
Very nice.
Thank you.
All right. So we kind of teased this one earlier.
Uh-oh.
All right, Jeff, can you have more than one best friend?
Outside of your significant other and family.
Oh, well, I absolutely a little bit about myself. Some people know I also produce a disc golf show. I grew up skateboarding. I grew up punk rock. I'm professionally, I'm a digital marketer for an auto group. So I've been doing that for 10 years. And all those different parts of my life have different friends. I have different people. They don't cross, they don't meet. So I have friends in each one of those segments. So I think that you can have multiple best friends in different, they're like kind of like Swiss Army knives of friends. I have a disc golf friend, I have a skateboard friend, I have a punk rock friend. They're not going to hang out together, but I have best friends in different areas of my life.
I love that. I love that.
Well, you are wrong, and the champ here wants to remind you that. But this is your show, and I'm not gonna go off on you on your show. But
I'm pretty sure there's pressing litigation on from your lawyers to my lawyers. I'm not even allowed to comment on on your reaction.
I'm sure. So anyone who's listening to this right now, we would appreciate a download from you guys. If you enjoyed even just a little bit of those 3 signature questions that Moxy delivers, you're going to enjoy my legitimate questions even more. I'm a great interviewer. I'm one of the best interviewers out there. Some say that I'm better than Howard Stern. Ooh. So
nobody says that.
Some people do say that. Some people do say that.
Is it Ruben J?
Ruben J does agree with the sentiment of being just as good or better than Howard Stern, but my mother used to say that I was better than Howard Stern, and then she would follow that. Okay, now shut up and leave. So I'm assuming that that's also fair. But come give us a download. It's You're My Best Friend, available on all the major I just feel all the major podcasting platforms.
Master of the microphone. We have one other quote in my house, and it comes from the Howard Stern show. Well, the 2 rules that I have children, and it's have fun but be respectful. So those are the first 2 rules, and the third rule is don't be stupid, you moron. And I love that it's a short little phrase. You're correcting somebody and insulting them at the same time. So have fun, be respectful, and don't be stupid, you moron. That's the rules of the house.
We love it.
And that's the You're My Best Friend podcast, available everywhere podcasts are sold or delivered or streamed. Moxy and Ruben J will have all the links in the show notes tonight. And that's all I had. Anything else?
I think that's it.
I don't know. When does this come out?
You're looking at about 6 weeks. So we're what, mid-August? So we'll be towards the end of September, early October.
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. We have nothing else to promote at that point. So we're good. Yeah, we're good to go. We'd love to have your download.
Excellent. So I definitely 2 new regulars of the show. I'd love to have you back. Moxy and Ruben J, please, let's get this back on the calendar and have you back. I am Ruben J. We're going to try to make an announcement soon, but I might start doing season championship finals. Ooh. Where all the winners that I can pull together will compete over 4 to 5 weeks. I'll have little brackets, like little, March Madness showdown. So if you're interested,
I'll be out in the first round, but sign me up.
I haven't announced it yet, but we are still live. Because I need 16 players. So as long as I do 20 to 25 shows, I can probably get 16 people. And one other one we're working on is a Philadelphia comedians versus Pittsburgh comedians show. So look for that to come out that'll be like a November, December timeline. I'm way ahead I started bagging shows with the coronavirus. I'll stock up on some of these. So I'm like 6 to 7 weeks ahead right now.
Sweet.
That's awesome. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it was hard for the first month to get it. Yeah, I was doing 2 a week, and I'm giving. We could probably cut the show at this point, but I was doing 2 a week for like 4 to 5 weeks, and then I'm way ahead. I'm still editing shows. I've only released 80, and this is 87. So,
nice. Oh wow!
So now I'm 7 weeks ahead. There you go.
That's awesome.
Well, if you're ever in a bind and need somebody, I'm always available, and I'm sure Mox can make herself available as well. So
this is easy.
A lot of fun.
Awesome. Yeah, you two are 2 of my favorite guests. I definitely want to have you back more often than not.
Oh,
great is we just do like a never-ending series of us facing off each other.
Well, yeah, we'll keep a running total. Who will win?
It'd be great if I just keep winning, but
all right. I want to thank everybody. Until next week.
Adios.
That's what I love. That's my sign off. I just pause until most people just start waving. They don't know what to do. They